Every home has a heartbeat. Someone influences the rhythm of the home. And in this episode, I'm going to share with you who that someone can be. So if you have been running your life for everyone else and not your own and with intention, this one's for you. Grab your drink, grab your coffee, snuggle up. Let's go. I want to welcome if you are new here. Welcome to the boardroom for womanhood, right? And if you are returning, you have been a listener, you will notice that we are finally on video. So welcome back. Welcome home. This has been a long time coming. I have had this planned for a very long time, just could not fully execute. And I'm happy to say that we are here face to face, finally. So today I want to talk about who is the Maven Matriarch. Okay. At the Maven brand, what we do is we help to build women. We help to build women who build worlds, who build legacies. And through clarity, confidence, and control, we help them to regain their time, energy, and also their identity, bring them back to themselves. That is the essence of the Maven brand. Our core mission is to help women, mothers, build their lives, manage their lives like a CEO, manage motherhood as such, and manage their homes, right? We stand on three pillars. First pillar is mindset. Mindset is your internal operating system, right? This is where everything comes together. Everything that all your beliefs, your values, how you see the world, all of it. If your mindset is outdated, then that glitches everything. Okay. So when you upgrade that mindset, you have better boundaries and you have better leadership. So I want to share a personal story with you. For me, I've had many mindset shifts, right? As we all have. But to reference this in this context, what brought me here today was the mindset shift that opened all of these doors, right? Even this podcast. When I became a mom, I knew I wanted to stay home and raise my daughter and focus in the home. And I was doing that, and all was well, grateful to be able to have the chance to do that. And there was a moment where I said, okay, I love this. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, beautiful, but there was still something missing. There was a part of me that knew that I was not only meant to serve in the home, but I was meant to serve my community. And that shifted my mindset to seek out what my true purpose was. What was my purpose? What was I called here to do? And once I had some idea or, some idea of what I wanted to do and who I wanted to help and in this world, I my mindset shifted. I said, okay, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, but I'm also me. I'm also Bianca, right? And that feeling transformed me. It showed me that I was no longer the woman that I used to be. I am now stepping into the woman that I'm becoming. And although I was unsure of this new identity, I didn't know who this person is, you know, what it entailed. I still decided, and that's the key word, I decided to make the change, to make the shift. And this is a decision because you can decide to stay in the old mindset. But what does that mean for the life that you're creating? It means that you'll be living in a cycle. It means that there would be no improvement. It means that there's nothing new, nothing learned. And I didn't want to fall victim to that. So I realized that there was something more calling me, and I choose consciously to shift. That leads into momentum, the second pillar. Momentum is the difference between intention and execution. And this is crucial because moms tend to plan 1,000 things in their heads, okay? But momentum is when you move from, okay, these are the mental notes to, hey, let's actually launch something. And you cannot have mindset without the inspired action with that. And that's where momentum comes in. Momentum beats motivation any day. Consistency beats motivation any day. And I will die on that hill. It's the systems, it's the routines, it's the decreasing mental load that makes this the turning point after the mindset shift, which leads into the third pillar, mastery. Now, I don't mean this like you are the expert in all and there's nothing left to learn and you know it all. You can do it all. I don't mean mastery in that sense. What mastery is the continuous consistency, the discipline that it takes to get to leadership mode. It is knowing who you are, knowing what you want, being very clear in all of that. It's knowing how you want to lead your home, what energy you want your home to have. It is the habits that eventually become your new normal. And so mastery really means legacy. It means it is legacy energy. It's structure and it's ownership. Okay, so who is the Maven Matriarch? If I am to define her, you're not going to hear me define anything that has to do with aesthetic motherhood. This is not a Pinterest board or, Instagram. We're not defining her as an image of performative empowerment. She honors tradition, but she also leads with intention. She is the heart of the home, and she is its strategist. She's soft, but she's also structured. She's nurturing, but without self neglect. That is, if I were to define Maven Matriarch, that is her. And so I want to share this truth with you, and I hope it lands well because I will die on this hill, right? If the mother is well, the home is well. If the home is well, everything multiplies. And challenge me on this. I mean, this is something that I stand by. And it is not to say that the patriarch of the home does not matter. I'm not saying that. I am solely focused on the matriarch of the home. She embodies what it means to be whole, a true balance of masculine and feminine energy. Okay. And she knows her nature is feminine energy, but she knows how to balance the two. Okay. She is the visionary in the home. So she sets the direction. She sets the lifestyle and the environment, right? She's also the operator, because she sets the systems, the routines, the rhythm, the clarity, right? And she's also the culture keeper. Everything ends and begins with her. She sets the energy and the tone, and she also protects the peace in the home. She leads with values. My mornings used to be super chaotic. Okay. There were times where, you know, I was just dragging. I couldn't get anything done. It felt the energy was off. And I realized that one day, I realized that it's not the house that's chaotic, right? It was me. I And it took that quiet shift for me to change that. I started waking up earlier, just a little bit earlier, not anything heroic. I started grounding myself, focusing on me first when I woke up. And what I noticed was that the whole house changed. The energy changed. My the conversations with my husband, they were softer. And my daughter, actually, the energy with her, she was calmer. I mean, because she feeds off of my energy. So this is one example of how culture is the mother's energetic leadership. And this is what I want you to take away and to be aware of that. So how the Maven brand builds her. First and foremost, we help women get clarity, knowing who they are and what they want is clarity. That's the first and foremost. Then we build confidence. We give you tools, the language, the structure to do so. And finally, to take control, not by controlling people, but we guide you to take control by controlling your environment, controlling your emotions, controlling your actions, the systems, controlling your time and your identity, right? And so we help you to reclaim motherhood from chaos and turn it into leadership and into legacy. So what goes into becoming the Maven Matriarch is, first you need to audit your mindset. And I want to give you this briefly because you can take this into the week ahead. So you audit your mindset. What are your beliefs telling you? Are your beliefs even yours, or are they inherited? Right? Because we tend to get a lot of our beliefs from generations and generations and generations from family, and sometimes those aren't ours, right? So really take note of that, and be mindful of that. And you're past these beliefs down, and not saying all of them are bad, but evaluate them and see, does this really align with me and who I am and what I want and how I want to lead my family? And then choose one area for momentum. So from that, okay, you want to take small strategic steps. You don't want to override your whole life. If you choose one area and say, you know what, I need to focus on this, what micro action can I do to help me to move in this direction and get to that goal? Because one shift can create a domino effect. And then you want to commit to mastery, commit to that, because often we find ourselves totally giving up, falling off, just forgetting our goals, getting sidetracked. We are in it for the long game. And sometimes you get discouraged and you take a few steps or you take a step and you don't see the external is not proving to you that things are changing. And so you tend to give up. Don't, don't. Because sometimes it takes a while to get there or to see it, right? Manifest. But it's things are shifting and they're changing. And sometimes, and it depends on how big the goal is. Sometimes it does take some time. This is legacy transformation. It's not overnight. And I want to stress that. Becoming a woman of my word to myself, because I've always been a woman of my word. And I truly pride myself on that. And I keep my word with my peers, with my family. But I noticed I was not doing that for me. And that is one of the biggest things that I have changed. I keep my promises to myself. I keep my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it and I achieve it by continuously taking action to get there. Another key point is, and another thing that helped me is listening more to my intuition, listening more to my gut, and listening more to my energy, my emotions, my body, all of that, your body and your soul, it's speaking to you. And I have learned to listen to that. And that changed my entire identity and my entire motherhood journey. It is not perfect by any means, but I promise you, I'm better for it. And so all of this I teach in a workshop. I put together a workshop happening this weekend, December 7th. And I urge you, if you are in need for a reset for 2026 or before 2026 hits, because the new year starts right now, that energy, you want to get that going, that momentum before January 1st. So if you are needing tools or a repeatable system to help you continuously hit your goals, reduce the chaos, gain back a little bit of time for yourself, join me. Join me on December 7th. We take you through step by step to create your system. It's been a dream come true. Being here, sharing, being present has been something that I have been looking forward to for a very long time. And I am so happy that you are here with me. And if you have been here listening, I appreciate you. And I am honored that you have taken the time, because it is so precious, out of your day to listen. And I hope that this resonates and impacts your life as much as it is doing for me. And remember, you do not become her by accident. You become her by design.